MyPillow is getting really tired of people making fun of him for losing all his money. Which means it's time for another episode of Pillow Talk.
God gave me this platform. I already know I'm going to win.
China did our vote. Biden and Harris would say, hey, we're here to protect the country, and resign.
Mike Lindell's a conspiracy.
But you haven't.
Just forget about the evidence. This was attacked.
MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell is bristling after media outlets reported that he's broke due to his own schemes to overturn the 2020 election results. Now, of course, they made these reports after Lindell came out and said, I'm broke. Now, on Wednesday, he took the Steve Bannon show to complain about something else, about being called the G word. Take a look.
I see all the reports out today. Mike Lindell complains I don't have any money amid MyPillow woes. They call me a grifter. They're attacking MyPillow, saying my employees that I should have learned my lesson. I shouldn't have kept talking about the election platforms. And so the media is attacking me in full force.
The media is attacking me in full force. But how? They're doing reporting. That's literally what they're doing. They're reporting on the things that you have already said. And then pushing back on the things that are not true, because you do see things that are not true all the time. Now, as a Newsweek article about Lindell notes, claims of electoral fraud have been repeatedly rejected in court and by independent election experts. Yes, because there's no merit to them. There's no evidence to them. But of course, when we're talking about like Lindell,
just forget about the evidence.
Obviously. Following his support, Newsweek continues, for the unsubstantiated claims the 2020 election was stolen and Trump should be in the White House, Lindell was hit by a defamation cases from voting machine manufacturers Dominion Voting Systems and Smartmatic, and by Eric Coomer, a former Dominion employee. The manufacturers have argued that their reputations were significantly damaged by Lindell's claims about the election. Dominion is seeking $1.3 billion from Lindell. So, look, Fox News had to pay buku bucks, about $785 million in damages. And this is a settlement with Dominion over those election lies, the same election lies that MyPillow continued to, and continues to peddle everywhere on every platform that will have him. So that said, I read through at least this article. I've looked through other articles, and I haven't really seen what he's talking about. The article doesn't attack Lindell himself, just his claims, which are false. So you go after the claims, right? And nothing that I've read actually went after any of his employees. I didn't even see anything calling him a grifter. So who's calling you a grifter, Mike? Who? I'd love to know. I'd love to know. And look, to be fair, I'm sure some late night hosts have. Yeah, that's kind of what they do. They're late night hosts. They're gonna make fun of you. That's gonna happen. But those are commentators like myself. That doesn't constitute the entire media. Oh, but the media is attacking me. You're literally on media arguing your case. And by the way, Steve Bannon show is friendly media. So I don't know what he's talking about. Funny enough, though, to get to, his point about they're calling me a grifter. Can you believe that? I actually don't think that Mikey's a grifter. I know. Look, the reason that I say that is that in order to grift, you got to get something out of it. What has MyPillow gotten out of it? He's taken nothing but L's. Just L after L after L. Hilariously, by the way. And look, that's because he's not the grifter. He, I believe, is the griftee. Why do I say that? Because this is a guy who's bought into Trump to his very core. The man is a true believer, believe it or not, like it or not. He thinks the Lord Jesus himself wanted him to meet Donald Trump. And of course, Trump instantly saw him for what he is, a sucker, and got him to donate millions of dollars to his campaigns. And then afterwards, of course, MyPillow made the decision himself to devote his life essentially to proving that the election was stolen. And that's kind of hard to prove that because it didn't actually happen. It's very, very clear that it wasn't stolen. And that's why he has no evidence. But again,
Just forget about the evidence.
because people like Mikey don't need that. They don't need evidence. They operate completely on faith, and that's what this is. And also, I think, ego for Mike. That said, he believes he's an agent of God. Completely delusional, all right? Now, look, even though he's been grifted, and I think he is been grifted because he's bought into the biggest grift imaginable into Donald Trump, that doesn't insulate him from allegations that he is also doing grifting, by the way. Even if he doesn't realize it, him partaking in the scam, getting his followers, for example, to continue to raise money to help him for his, his election symposiums and, raising money for his legal defenses. I mean, he is suckering people into overall the Trump grift. Even though he's not personally benefiting from it, all this is going to benefit Trump, the originator of the big grift. And so he's doing this at the expense of himself and his business. The guy's not winning here. Okay, he's going down with the ship. Even after the captain completely abandoned him to his fate. And so I guess, when it comes down to it, is MyPillow a grifter? No, I think he's one of the victims of the biggest hoax imaginable, and that is, of course, the hoax that Donald Trump won the election. But don't feel bad for him, because everything that he's doing, he's ultimately doing to himself.